Welcome or welcome back. Living with CPTSD and healing those invisible wounds of childhood trauma. CPTSD is not just a diagnosis. Actually, for a very long time, it wasn't even diagnosed. It's a lived experience. It's the quiet ache of growing up in chaos, the invisible wounds that shape how you love, trust, and exist. See, complex PTSD, it's often born in childhood, not from one event, but from many. That's what makes it complex. It's a repeated neglect, emotional neglect, mental manipulation, physical punishment, sexual violation. And sometimes all of it is paired with a parent who was addicted, unavailable, or unsafe, or all of it. That's what makes it complex, is a recurring event. And sometimes new events are introduced on top of the other pile of events. And it just keeps on going. That's what makes it complex. See, you learn to scan for danger, to decode moods, to perform for safety, to collapse, to be chosen. Sometimes that means that a child completely disconnects from themselves. They kind of shut their frontal lobe, frontal cortex down and dissociate so that they can survive and function and tolerate what's going on in the chaotic scene around them. Now, there's residue of that. That could be flinching at kindness. You over-explain your feelings all the time. Still, you chase emotional crumbs. You mistake chaos for chemistry. Again, not looking good here for me. You feel safest in relationships that mirror your earliest wounds, and even mirroring the behaviors and patterns and mistreatment of your caregivers. That's what CPTSD does. It rewires your nervous system and teaches you that love is unpredictable, that silence means punishment, that your needs are dangerous, so you shrink. You try to make yourself as small as possible, at the same time contorting yourself so that you can meet the needs of those that you are looking to for love, safety, support, caring. It's really complex, right? And it's just amazing to me how a young child can adapt so strategically to protect themselves. It's sad, heartbreaking. It's also really interesting how even at that young age, the body, mind, soul, they are able to pick up on what is inconsistent and misaligned and what doesn't feel safe, even if they're not sure why. And the child is able to adapt and protect themselves by putting up that wall. That's what we call it, right? I did that. And here I am 40 years into my childhood trying to undo the behaviors I adapted to survive. They no longer serve me. And it's not something that I shame myself for. I actually thank my younger inner child, my younger self, for being able to keep us alive and to strategize, and was able to do the best that she can to protect herself and maybe, with me, my sibling, my sister. Here's the truth though. I'm going to say it again. You're not broken. You're patterned. Pattern. And those patterns were survival, not weakness, not failure, not shame. It may feel like all of that, but it's not. There's a misalignment now between your adult self and that inner child, and trying to get them aligned and pioneer a new way of existing and relearning the world and reparenting yourself is really hard. Healing CPTSD isn't just about boundaries. It's about reparenting your nervous system. It's about choosing relationships that don't require collapse. It's about naming the wounds that were never once acknowledged and grieving the childhood you never got to have. You don't owe anyone a palatable version of your healing. I said that before, I want to say it again. You don't have to explain why you flinch, why you freeze, why you feel safest alone. You're healing. Healing isn't just a vibe, it's a reckoning. It's calling yourself back home to yourself. CPTSD is real. It's layered, I'm finding. It's sacred. You don't have to collapse to be loved. You just have to stop carrying shame that was never yours.